Somewhere right now, a teenager is getting a participation trophy for turning 18. Somewhere else, a teenager just got a tooth knocked out on purpose, in front of the entire village, while everyone cheered. Welcome to the wildly uneven, occasionally terrifying, often absurd history of how humans have decided a child becomes an adult. Spoiler, it usually involves pain, humiliation, or a suspiciously expensive party. If you like watching civilization repeatedly overcomplicate the simple act of growing up, hit subscribe now, because this one gets weird fast. Let's start at the beginning, because humans have never, ever been content to just let puberty happen quietly. Somewhere, around 40,000 years ago, a hunter-gatherer kid hit a certain age, and the elders decided the appropriate response was not cake, but crisis. Rites of passage emerged almost everywhere, independently, across cultures that had zero contact with each other, which tells you something uncomfortable. Apparently, every human society independently arrived at the same conclusion: that becoming an adult should hurt a little, or a lot. Take the Satere Mawe people of the Brazilian Amazon, who to this day practice one of the more spine-tingling rituals on earth, the bullet ant glove. Boys weave bullet ants, an insect whose sting has been compared to being shot, hence the name, into gloves, then wear them for 10 minutes. Bullet ant stings are ranked at the very top of the pain index, and the boys have to do this multiple times over months without crying out. Nobody's handing out a certificate of participation here. You either endure it, or the entire community watches you fail to become a man. Character building, Amazon rainforest style. Meanwhile, on the other side of the planet, ancient Sparta had its own flavor of welcome to adulthood, and it makes bullet ants look like a spa day. The Agoj system took boys from their families at age 7 and threw them into a state-run military boot camp that lasted over a decade. Malnourishment was intentional. Boys were encouraged to steal food, and only punished if caught, which taught stealth alongside survival. Sleeping outside, fighting each other, enduring flogging contests at sacred altars just to prove endurance. This was Sparta's idea of raising well-adjusted citizens, and somehow it worked, if your metric for success produces the most feared infantry in the ancient Mediterranean, and not, say, produces people capable of healthy relationships. Then there's the vision quest, practiced by various indigenous nations of North America, which swapped physical brutality for psychological intensity. A young person would be sent alone into the wilderness, no food, sometimes days at a time, to fast, pray, and wait for a vision that would reveal their purpose or spirit guide. No supervision, no snacks, no Wi-Fi. Just you, hunger, and whatever your brain decides to hallucinate around day 2. It's less beat the child, and more let isolation and starvation do the talking, which honestly might be worse. Circumcision rites deserve their own uncomfortable mention, because variations on this kind of initiation marker show up across huge swaths of Africa, the Middle East, and parts of Oceania and Australia. Among some Aboriginal Australian groups and in various African initiation schools, the ceremony is performed publicly or semi-publicly, deliberately, so the boy demonstrates composure under discomfort in front of witnesses. The logic across most of these cultures is consistent, even when the practice varies wildly. Endurance shared and witnessed becomes proof. You can't fake your way through a ritual the whole community watched. Girls weren't spared the theatrical suffering either, though it often took a different shape. In several sub-Saharan African cultures, female initiation ceremonies historically included seclusion, tests of domestic skill, and instruction in adult responsibilities, sometimes lasting weeks. The Apache sunrise ceremony, still practiced today, has a girl reenact the origin story of white-painted woman across 4 grueling days of dancing, running, and ritual, transforming her, symbolically and, by the end, physically exhausted, into womanhood. It's beautiful, it's sacred, and it will absolutely wreck your calves. Now let's talk about the versions you might actually recognize, because Western culture didn't skip this instinct. It just got better PR. The Jewish bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah, dating back centuries, mark a child's religious coming of age at 13, complete with a public Torah reading in front of the whole congregation. No bullet ants, sure, but try reciting an ancient language flawlessly in front of 200 relatives who all remember your bris. That's its own form of exposure therapy. The Quinceañera, celebrated across Latin America, marks a girl's 15th birthday with a ceremony that blends Catholic ritual, a mass, a blessing, with an enormous party, complete with a court of honor, a father-daughter dance, and a dress that costs more than some people's rent. It's a public declaration that a girl has become a woman, performed in front of family, friends, and, increasingly, a photographer hired specifically for Instagram. The gods of ritual pain didn't disappear, they just got replaced by the gods of debt. And then, somewhere along the way, Western industrialized society quietly lost the plot entirely. We didn't formally cancel the coming-of-age ritual, we just diluted it into meaninglessness. A driver's license, a Sweet 16 party with a rented DJ, 18, when you can vote and buy lottery tickets but your brain is nowhere near finished developing, 21, when you can legally drink the sorrows away from not having a clear ritual to mark literally anything. We removed the fire, the isolation, the public test, and replaced it with a Costco cake and a Snapchat filter that says, official adult. And humans, being fundamentally incapable of letting an instinct like this just die, invented their own replacements. Fraternity and sorority hazing rituals, often illegal, sometimes genuinely dangerous, are, if you squint, a grotesque modern echo of the same ancient impulse. Prove your endurance to the group, or you don't belong. Military boot camp does the same thing, legally and, mostly, safely, stripping recruits down and rebuilding them as something new. Even TikTok has its own micro-rituals now, adulting milestones people film themselves hitting, like filing taxes alone for the first time, as if the algorithm is the new village elder handing out approval. Which brings us to the real punchline. For 40,000 years, humans agreed that becoming an adult required trial, pain, and public witness. And now, in the wealthiest, safest era our species has ever known, we've replaced all of that with absolutely nothing. And wonder why so many 25-year-olds still feel like they haven't quite become adults yet. Maybe the bullet ants had a point. Maybe the Spartans, insane as they were, understood something we forgot. That becoming someone takes more than just waiting around for a birthday to happen to you. To be absolutely clear, I am not suggesting we bring back the ants. I'm suggesting that nothing isn't working either. If this one made you flinch, laugh, or reconsider your own 18th birthday party, subscribe for more and faced. Let me know in the comments which ritual you think least deserves to exist. I have opinions, and none of them involve cake,